What's going on, YouTube? This is Abandoned Auto on YouTube, and we're back today. This is the first video I've made for my channel, so bear with me. I'm not a YouTuber, but we'll just make this interesting and entertaining. Today's not going to be a normal video. Today's just going to be the story behind my 1975 F-100. I want to get into the content of actually building vehicles and, well, rescuing abandoned vehicles. But first, I'm going to tell you the story behind this 75 F-100 and how I took it from being abandoned for 17 years to being my daily driver. So without further ado, let's get into this video.
She runs!
So what you're looking at right now is my 1975 F-100. This truck was my great-grandfather's truck, and it ended up sitting in the field since 2003. And when COVID hit, I needed a vehicle. I was 16 years old, and this seemed like the perfect project. To my knowledge, it hadn't been driven since 2003, and I grew up around vehicles. My grandpa's a mechanic, my dad's a mechanic, my uncle's a mechanic, so it just kind of is in my blood. And I grew up with this vehicle in the backyard, and I really wanted to see it running again. So that's kind of what my project was, my goal was. But once COVID hit, I was getting ready to graduate high school, and this truck had been sitting, like I said, out in my field for about 17 years at the time. And I started digging around in it, finding the junk and the trash that was in it, started cleaning it up a little bit, and decided to pop the hood and see what was under the hood. So under the hood, we have a bone stock 302. Really, the only thing I've done to it, I put chrome valve covers on it because I had a valve cover leak, and the valve covers themselves had holes in them. So I went ahead and replaced those. I put a brand new carburetor on it. So whenever I got this truck, one of the first things I saw was that, and I'll show a picture of it, the carburetor was taken apart. So I put a rebuild kit through it, and I still couldn't get it to run right. So eventually I ended up just putting a brand new 2100 on it, and it runs pretty decent for what it is. This truck has manual brakes, has power steering that my grandfather added on. Really, everything to get it running, and I'll show some videos of that.
How's that?
Everything to get it running and pretty much reliable was just routine maintenance stuff. I had to do a new coil, plugs, wires. But once again, I really just learned everything about this truck through YouTube. Well, I was told the main reason that this vehicle got parked was because the brakes went out. And I'll show some videos of what the master cylinder looked like and what I had to do with my brakes. The rear drums were completely locked, and the master cylinder looked pretty nasty.
The last time the brakes on the back were stuck, both drums, now it spins. Perfect. The front tires were both fine. They have disc brakes. I had to take the drums off on the back and take them off. They were seized. The parking brake didn't work, so let's go ahead and try it out. Parking brake down. Okay, let's see if these move. Nope, that one doesn't move. Check this one. Let's see. Just a little bit. Okay. It'll have to be adjusted. Pretty good. Let's see if it gets... Okay, all the way back up. We are good to go.
So I adjusted the brake, got them freed, and put some fluid in the master cylinder, and still no brakes. I couldn't get them to pump up. So I got a new master cylinder for it, and it actually fixed the problem. I did new brake hoses, did slave cylinders in the back, and it worked out fine. It worked out pretty good. Like I said before, this truck came with a 302, and paired behind that is a 3-speed on the column, which, if you would like to see a video of how to drive a 3-speed on the column, let me know in the comments down below. But it is very fun to drive. It's, I would say, a lot more interesting to drive than just your regular manual. This truck has true duals to glass packs. It has a 255 rear end. It's a pretty solid truck. This is a long wheelbase 2-wheel drive truck. But the most impressive part, I'll show you in just a second. So what you're looking at right now is the actual mileage of this truck. I cannot 100% confirm, but I do know the story behind this truck. And from what I've been told, there's no way this truck has 143,000 miles on it. I mean, for one, there's the original pedal. But this truck was purchased, this is a 75, this truck was purchased in 1976 by my great-grandpa. He passed away in 1978. And this is when my great-uncle got it. My great-uncle drove this truck and parked it in 2003. And it had farm truck tags whenever I got it. So after talking to my great-aunt and a few other family members, there's no way this truck has 140,000 miles on it. So I'll throw some pictures up now of the progress from field to the road, and I'll come back whenever that progress is done.
Right here, got everything hooked up. Let's see if this thing will crank over. Let's see. Let's just find out. It turns over. That's promising. That sounds so good.
So, after replacing all these wires and the coil and replacing the Duraspark, I noticed this little booger down here was a broken wire. So I went ahead and patched that wire. Now watch this. Ready? Key. Hold on. Get some gas. Just like that. Stupid broken wire. I really couldn't have done it without my dad or my grandpa. My grandpa really helped me get this thing running, and then my dad helped me with a lot of the getting it on the road part. The floor pans he was able to put in and weld in while I was at college my freshman year. He also helped me take the bed off. We painted the frame, new gas tank. So both of them really helped a lot with this build. And a lot of people have asked me, yes, this is the original paint. So I don't know the full story behind it. We were discussing this with a couple of my friends today. I don't know the full story behind the paint, but this is the original paint color. This is a custom, but it's also an Explorer package. It's got blue and white. The red's primer. It's got a little bit of Bondo in it, but it's a solid vehicle for what it is. But I don't know the full story behind it. I wish I did, but I couldn't have done all of this work without my dad. He helped me quite a bit with suspension as well, and just really fixing up what I could. But you've seen the story so far. You've also seen it from the field to the road, but that's about it. And I wouldn't be a young guy that's a car guy without a little bit of entertainment. So this is my sound system. I've got 1200 watt amp. I've got a shallow mount 10 Scar audio sub. It bumps pretty good. I've got kicker door speakers. I got those when I was in high school. Just got this cheap dual head unit from what my grandpa had in the shop. I was able to just put this cigarette lighter in last week because this truck was not a smoker's packers truck. So there you go. I had to put one in myself. Seat cover I got on Amazon. The headliner I need to still fix. Hopefully I can do a video on that soon. All right, so you're probably like, shut up. I understand it's a cool truck. Let's hear it run. So that's what we're gonna do. Well, I guess it's gonna do it for this video. If you want to see anything specific, just let me know in the comments down below. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, so I don't expect it to be perfect. Please like and subscribe, like I said. It helps a lot and it really encourages me. Also, follow my Instagram, abandoned_auto. And I post there a little bit more than I do on YouTube. This is my first video on YouTube. I have a few posts over there. It's just a whole lot easier to upload on Instagram than it is to do a video while I'm here at college. So I do have another project vehicle I'm hopefully going to look at within a couple weeks. So stay tuned for that. I'll let you know how that goes. Hopefully at least give you a video on what the project vehicle is going to be here in a couple weeks, even if I don't end up purchasing it. But stay tuned, and like always, have fun.